Hey guys, it's Midnight here from the K-Pop Insider, and today I want to talk about the court ruling in the validity of NewJeans' exclusive contract. Adore's exclusive contract with the NewJeans members had been ruled valid. On the morning of October 30th, the Civil Division of the Seoul Central District Court ruled in favor of the plaintiff in Adore's lawsuit, seeking court confirmation that the exclusive contract with the 5 NewJeans members are valid. I will link the full article in the description box below so you can all see it all detailed why the judge made their decisions. On the other hand, I'm in no way, shape, or form shocked. I am shocked that many are shocked, and I don't know why. I will split my talking points into multiple talking points. Starting off with the overview, considering that this is the first time talking about this situation on my channel, I will share my stance that I had from the very beginning. I was never in support of NewJeans for a multitude of reasons, starting off with Min Hee-jin. When Bong Si-hyuk audited her for meeting up with potential investors, she created this narrative that it was illegal to do so. Yet nobody who doesn't understand business decided it was a good idea to fact check her, and because of this, she was able to manipulate the public. Even though I think that HYBE and Adore are right in the situation, doesn't mean that they didn't make any mistakes. This is where a lot of their fans and even K-pop fans in general supporting do not understand the idea of nuance. Not everything is black or white. The reason I have not supported NewJeans is because I understand how business works. Their behavior was seemingly unpleasant and their constant media play. Next is the argument. NewJeans' main argument was that they were being mistreated. However, their arguments was barely even that. Everything always connected back to Min Hee-jin. I understand some want to use the semantics, seeing as that the argument were sufficient due to the fact that there was just a lack of evidence. Yes, a lack of evidence. Evidence that you're supposed to have when you're in front of a judge defending your case. It was difficult for the judge to really judge the case when NewJeans didn't have any evidence supporting their side of the argument. However, some fans interpret this as them not lying when they just didn't have evidence at all. Personally, I do feel like the girl, specifically Honey, wasn't honest, and she was the only member that had a personal incident. Besides the CCTV footage not allowing audio, yet she failed to recant the incident correctly, saying that Islet didn't bow to her when in fact they did. Also, she kept on changing the story when she recanted it at the National Assembly compared to the court hearing. I say all of this to say this, that it wasn't surprising that the verdict didn't go in their favor. They also used the same arguments from the injunction that they also lost in the main trial. Next is the media play. This goes back to what I said in about their argument. Min Hee-jin, who is the mastermind behind all of this, while NewJeans are her puppet, hence why she wasn't there with them, has done so much media play that fans in support do not understand that their argument is a sham. From the very beginning, NewJeans' entire plan was to find any way, including accusing Adore of mistreatment, Islet of copying, and LE SSERAFIM of stealing brand deals, as a way of getting out of their contract so they could be with Min Hee-jin. This was all planned years in advance. She even admitted this in her press conference, along with the text messages with the shaman. Not to mention, this was also revealed in one of her many court cases as well. It is rather unsettling, many still being manipulated into thinking that this had anything to do with mistreatment, when they now decided to speak up about this when Min Hee-jin was voted out of her position as CEO and they were at their peak of their career. This was all not a coincidence. Besides, none of the girls spoke out about what happened with Gavin from Maven, 50/50, or even Everglow, yet they cared about idols being mistreated and are trying to change the industry. Yes, 5 girls can change an industry that was presented before any of them were even thought of, and that is dominated by men. 1 lawsuit in a year. It's even more ironic how everyone tore Yoojin from LE SSERAFIM apart when she said that she wanted to change the industry. But when it's NewJeans, it's okay. Not to mention that fans don't care about idols. No, you care about NewJeans. None of this energy was directed to any other company that has mistreated their idols, yet HYBE is the only one that is being called out despite that there has not been any proof of said mistreatment. Court has just debuted and is becoming successful, while TXT also just renewed their contract as well. If fans really cared about these idols, then the big three companies wouldn't exist. Better yet, they would be forced to treat their idols better if fans came together and demanded it. Idols don't even feel comfortable dating, having a family, nor hanging out with friends or idols of the opposite sex without dating rumors and think pieces, and partying without backlash. On the other hand, I have seen some constant misinformation being spread as well concerning this matter on companies always winning when it comes to mistreatment, when in fact that is not true. When the judge who initially picked up the case and viewed was shocked that it wasn't what he expected. He thought that it was going to be the standard of an idol not being paid or a human rights violation with the contract being 12 years long. I don't believe that an idol would lose because of a company being big when the former members of TVXQ won against SM, BAP won against TS Entertainment, leaving the company to close. Besides, just because a group like Luna, where most of the members lost their lawsuit, doesn't mean that the company paid off the court or even had the court's backing. I don't expect many of these small companies to have the power that the big three have, and there is no proof that that is what occurred just because of the result that didn't go the way you thought it would. And last but not least is moving forward. I don't think that NewJeans would be able to return to Adore, seeing as they have filed for another appeal. Besides, seeing the mess they created, it would be a hostile environment considering that they disrespected their other label mates. I also find it ironic how now their fandom is acting like they didn't harass both Islet and LE SSERAFIM. If that wasn't the case, then Islet would have had a successful debut and would not get bullied nor accused of plagiarism. On the other hand, LE SSERAFIM was accused of stealing their brand deals. I think Minhee Jin, NewJeans, and their fans caused so much division that it would be difficult for everyone to calm down. It would be difficult for everybody to calm down and let everything die down. I just hope many understand that NewJeans has made the industry worse now, since many companies has already tightened up their contracts. I'm only saying this considering that these are the same fans accusing companies of being greedy when you need money to run a company. However, nobody's going to allow anyone to take their money that they invested into someone and not get a return on their investment. Conclusions, I hope that this is a learning lesson to both everyone involved and the fans. Be careful who you hire and don't bite the hand that feeds you. As for fans, if you have a problem with how the industry works, then you need to stop supporting, because ultimately you're supporting the problem and are just as bad as the companies you criticize. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe and please hit that bell notification for more uploads from me. And tell me what's your opinion down below, and please be, of course, respectful.